everybody. This is our second New World Notes blogcast. I'm Wagner James Au, write New World Notes. And with me is my co-host, Isabelle Cheren. Been YouTubing fantastically for the last decade or so. How long has it been?
Yeah, it's about 10 and a half, 11 years. And I just want to say to the audience, we actually did record this before. And then I told
and then the train exploded.
Yeah. And I ruined it. So we've had to start again.
And then OBS revolted against us.
Oh, it was funny.
Yeah, we'll do this as quickly as possible. We'll get through a bunch of topics about Casper Tech, about Flickr's new category for Second Life, great locations at VRChat, very quickly about the Mourning the Queen in Second Life, the new segment, reader questions. So, as you might have read, Casper Tech, kind of all over Second Life's economy as vendors and renting machines and so on. Linden Lab, the company, actually just acquired it.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was actually quite ingenious, really. Yeah, they've really got something good there, because I mean the Casper Tech's been used by so many merchants, isn't it? Really, and land barons.
Well, and people were discussing this as it got acquired. It's like, well, it's become so pervasive to the economy. If Casper, God forbid, ever left or quit or whatever, the economy would really take a hit.
Yeah.
So it's like it's too big to fail, as they say. And I was thinking about this for my book, the making of, or I'm not making a Second Life, why the Metaverse matters. That's kind of a thing with Metaverse platforms, is if you give users the tools to create systems within the world, sometimes those systems become so powerful and used by so many people that it basically becomes part of the world and you cannot get rid of it.
Yeah.
And it just happened in VRChat. Someone created a scripting compiler, and the company actually hired the guy who created it. So
yeah,
they're
that's
going to
pretty
keep
cool.
him around. They're going to make what he created part of the code base.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I went and tested out to see, like I said before, I thought I used Casper Vend, and it is when you buy certain things, like, if I go to events and I buy things, oh my God, I'm filming inside of us. When I go to events and you buy things and you realize that you've lost it in your inventory or whatever, so you can just go back and click the redelivery button and it takes you to the Casper Vend. And when I did that earlier today, I saw how much stuff I'd accumulated over the years that if I wanted to pick up again, I would have to go through the Casper Vend system. Other than that, it would be lost forever, really, I suppose.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's indispensable. You cannot get rid of it.
Yeah.
You're going to have several 100,000 people really pissed off.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's interesting times when they're acquiring things from the residents. It's quite impressive, really.
Yeah, that'll keep happening, and that does happen.
Yeah.
The marketplace was actually a user-created thing in the beginning.
I didn't know that.
It does, yeah, I think it was called XL Street.
Yes, I remember it when it was that. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh my goodness, I never knew it was a resident-created thing.
Yeah. Then I think he got hired, or it was bought, a combination of two. But so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that'll happen with Metaverse platforms.
Yeah. That's
and
cool.
So, another topic that just got announced that we should discuss. So, Flickr has a new category. It's almost custom made for Second Life users.
Yeah, I saw that for our photography, because I mean, I think it's about time, because there is so much virtual art and virtual pictures and videos and things out there. They have to embrace it, really. And we take up a lot of space on their servers, the Second Life community.
I would guess that a very substantial part of Flickr's active user base is Second Life users.
Yeah.
And you say that, like, so they even mentioned it in the announcements, like, this is going to serve the Second Life community. So for a how-to, you could check out my blog or Strawberry Linden's video. She has an explainer about how to tag all of your videos as virtual photography and virtual machinima. And that way it'll be a lot easier to sort your images with the Second Life communities. So yeah, be sure to check that out after.
Yeah, I'm going to go in and do that because I need to change. I want to change some of mine, especially recently uploaded ones. I want to get in the game. Yeah.
The game.
Yeah.
Oh, and we should. So we're on a train. This is one of the many train tracks in Second Life.
Yeah.
They're huge, and there's I'll blog about this in New World Notes. There's not only train tracks. There's actually train maps, and they're as complex as like the London Underground map, where it shows all the stops, and it stretches across many continents. In fact, that's probably why we crashed when we shot this video first.
Yeah, I know.
Going from one region to the next, and region crossing might not be as great as
no, that was weird. I mean, you were up in the air somewhere, on your bottom somewhere.
My ass was just
you were back there. I mean, at the moment, I'm trying to, my camera's trying to catch up with us. I mean, we're moving at great speed by the look of it. I can't catch up. Oh, this is the bit, isn't it? Is this the bit because these came? Was it this bit here? I don't remember. Oh no, it's not this bit. But it was like
no. Oh, we had another region crossing.
Try and stay in.
It's gonna explode.
Oh my god. This is fun.
So, yeah, no, I love it. And yeah, I will post the map and some background on the map and how to get started with this, because actually you have to find the train. You have to bring your train.
Yeah.
BYOD. So that's good. Briefly wanted to mention, I've been writing on New World Notes a little bit more about VRChat. I think it has a real kind of early days of Second Life spirit. The community is really amazing, very creative. So I interviewed a guy who's actually been kind of like a photojournalist in VRChat,
right?
Tracking the most amazing worlds in VRChat, because there's literally thousands of them, probably in the tens of thousands.
Yeah.
And so he finds the best ones, really beautiful or really kind of wacky and zany. There's like a world that's all balls, like balls you could jump into, like at a carnival kind of balls.
Oh,
so,
cool, like a kid's ball pit.
Ball pit. That's the word out. Yeah.
I'd love that. Oh, definitely.
That's great.
Oh, hang on.
And
oh no, it's not this
how
one.
are we doing?
No, we're all right. Yeah, and I panicked for a minute because I thought, oh, is it this one? No, it's not. I remember going across here and it was fine.
We're still
Yeah, I need to come into VRChat and have another look because I haven't been in there for ages. I did create an account and everything, but because it's a lot of talking, as I say, I'm a bit awkward when I come into places, and I just want to sort of settle first before I talk to people. So I'm going to give it another go. I'll give it another go.
Which, you and I were there before voice came to Second Life, right? So we're kind of
yeah.
Texting first, and then getting comfortable. Then maybe we'll do voice.
Yeah. I mean,
like it says in the title, VRChat is chat. So if you go in, people are just talking their heads off.
Yeah. So I should do it, really. Oh my God, I don't see us. Oh, there we go. That's so weird. I thought we'd gone on a region crossing for a second because I suddenly saw the sea.
I think we're good. Yeah.
No, so good. No, I'm catching up. Yeah, we're here. Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, geez.
Let's see. Oh, other recent topics we should probably touch on more seriously. The Queen of England died.
Yeah.
And
that's really
talking about the. Yeah, and on the virtual world side, instantaneously when the news emerged, there's a sim in Second Life called London City.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
Hundreds of people were showing up from all over the world. A lot in England, but a lot from all over Europe and the US.
Well, I think that particular sim destination, whatever you want to call it, is very much geared for all things British, and it simulates some of the British things. And I went and visited it earlier today to go and have a look at the sort of like little remembrance bit that they've got there. And it's lovely. They've got like rotating pictures of the royal family and pictures of her going through the years. And you can click on this thing and you get a little brooch. It's like a coin of her face and a little blue ribbon on it. So yeah, I thought that was a lovely touch to put that there. So yeah, I'm going to wear that on her funeral day on Monday.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because I just think it's respect. And people might find it hard when they listen to it and they think, oh, on the virtual world, but I mean, the virtual world is more or less the same as the normal world. There's still the same emotions and everything like that.
Yeah.
So it's nice that people can get together.
Yeah. Well, we were just discussing this, like, how do you mourn in an online space? I mean, you could express your condolences in like Facebook or Twitter, but that means it's literally just words on the screen, and also you're going to get a lot of assholes who are going to have an opinion about the Queen that might not be appropriate, or at least it's probably something that they wouldn't bring up if they were talking to the person in real life.
Exactly.
But in a virtual space, you are standing in front of people who are actually really sad.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the fact. It has touched so many people, and I've seen, I mean, every day, obviously, it's all our television is at the moment. It's a continuous thing, and that, her coffin is now in London, and you've got thousands upon thousands of people going through now, visiting her coffin, and they walk in there, and they come out. I mean, they cry. You see these people break down crying, and it's not because they're what they've said is it's some people it's just like a historical thing they've gone there, but they said it's that feeling that you get. It's the end of an era. It's a huge change, and you just appreciate this woman who is very much like your grandma. I mean, she reminds me of my grandma. She looks like my grandma. My grandma looked like her. And I guess that's why I've got a bit of a soft spot for her, and she's got that cheeky smile.
Right.
Yeah. And what other 96-year-old could you ever say worked right up until the day before she passed away? Which is what she did. She met with the new Prime Minister the day before, which is...
She's like,
yeah.
Okay, hello, Prime Minister, I'm out of here.
Yeah. I just thought, wow, that was just really wow, So yeah, it is. It's touched a lot of people. And you don't have to really be into the royal family to sort of sense that.
Right. Yeah. Well, I do appreciate how people feel. That's the other valuable thing of virtual worlds is you will literally have people from all over the real world, and I believe the British Second Life user base is about 10% of the active users. So good 100,000 or so folks. But it'll happen anytime anything in the real world happens. Most even recently with the invasion of Ukraine by Russia.
Yes, definitely.
And again, there was an immediate reaction between Ukrainian and Russian users. That is something that I think makes Metaverse platforms, virtual worlds more compelling than social media.
Totally.
Be in immersive space with people in real time as these things happen.
And I think people treat each other with far more respect and dignity in here than they do on social media. I think social media, as you say, it's someone behind a keyboard, and they wouldn't do it in front of you to your face. Most of the time, most people wouldn't do it. Whereas when you're in here, you get more of a sense of a person when you're around them. And obviously, you get some people that just don't care, but I think people are more understanding.
Exactly.
It's a weird feeling, but
Good thing to contemplate as people mourn the Queen. So, that's been interesting to see, and I think we actually have some time for reader questions.
Oh, cool!
I got a couple in Flickr, and we'll keep doing a reader mailbag as long as people send us questions. So if you have questions, post them in comments in YouTube or on Flickr or wherever you see us in social media. So, first question is from Gogo, longtime Second Life blogger, really amazing fashionista photographer. She says, do you think Second Life will be here in 10 years?
Oh, definitely. Of course it will be, because I'll be definitely here. I'll be this really little old lady sitting here with my Second Life. That looks about 25.
And my theory for this is whenever the question is asked, it's basically going to be around as long as the active user base is literally alive.
Yeah.
Like the Second Life launched almost 20 years ago, so people who started in their 20s and 30s are now in their 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
And as long as
the content keeps being created, and as long as they have their content and their community here, most of all, they have every reason to come back. And it really, the only question is if Linden Lab can stay sustainable revenue-wise. That's a matter of, I think, people getting a premium subscription because land is eroding, so people need to buy premium. You just mentioned you had a premium account.
Yeah, I've got a premium account. I love my premium account. Obviously, you can do the uploads of the snapshots, and I like my enhanced stipend every week, and I use it towards paying for. So I've got my mainland, and I've got a house on that. I call it my holiday home, and I've got my little beach land, and so I use my stipend towards that now, towards paying for my little beach land, because I like to have the extra space. Also because I do a lot of photographing and filming and that on my land as well. So but I've got my mainland, and it's got a drive, and you can drive out onto the mainland roads and go for a drive. I ought to take you there one day. That's where we ought to go. Yeah, next time.
Next video, maybe.
Yeah,
but, I think that'll eventually be how Second Life runs. Is eventually, land here will go away, and I'm talking 5 years from now or so, and it'll be people all paying subscriptions because all of this is in the Amazon cloud. So really, it's not about having a server. It used to be each sim was on a literal server in a server farm, but now it's all in the cloud. So you don't really need to pay for sims anymore, and it's just shifting the revenue model away from, that's literally how it used to be before the cloud. And now that we have cloud architecture, we can all move to paying subscriptions. And I think that'll happen kind of, more down the road. So that'll keep Second Life operational. I would like it to see it become more. And that's why I always rant, why is Second Life not on mobile? Why isn't there a version on Unity that would be accessible through mobile and also through, Steam and Xbox and so on? And my Linden Lab is not willing to put down the money for that, just because it would cost a good, say $20-40 million. And Second Life is profitable, but if they were to spend that amount of much money, they would be risking even more loss. And I think also their board of directors will go, well, you just tried that with Sansar, and Sansar probably cost $40-60 million. Just personnel loads. You tried to update Second Life, and it was called Sansar, and look what happened. So,
I still go to Sansar. I was going to say, I still go there.
I've seen the new owners are trying to kick it back to life.
They really are. But I definitely think Second Life will be around a lot longer, because there's no other world really quite like this. It's as I've always said this, it's like real time. People make things, they might leave Second Life, but whatever they've made, whatever they've done is like a footprint here. They've left a footprint. The clothes designers, the car makers, the house makers, all of that. I don't think I've ever come across a world where there's been so much made, and you could come back maybe 20 years and go, I built that house. Do you know what I mean? It's fascinating. I've always found it fascinating, and I think sometimes people don't think about that anymore, but I do. I always think about that. I always think, wow, isn't technology amazing?
It probably hits people on a real deep psychological level, that things that have existed in Second Life that, like their virtual house or things they built, if they leave and they come back, it'll still be there. That's very rare in virtual world platforms. There's a few that do have that, but the architecture is so difficult to manage that only Linden Lab was crazy enough to make that possible. So,
but it's also the fact that you could go and disappear for 4 years or whatever. You come back and you look in your inventory and go, oh yes, there's that house, there's that car, because everything that you've bought is still there. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. We won't say how much of my inventory is still here.
That's a whole other topic. Is how
oh my god, yes.
How much items.
Yeah.
Looking at me.
Yeah, they'll probably charge me extra if they find out how much I've got in my inventory.
Well, that'll be a new revenue model.
Yeah.
Later on.
Oh God.
Wow.
It's so funny.
So, I think we have time for one more question. So from Max Graff, really amazing 3D content creator, creates really beautiful environments. He has a pretty wild question. Let me take a sip of water because it's pretty ribald. So he says, adult content, the make or break of virtual worlds, and he thinks you have to have virtual sex, other types of adult content. So,
to be honest, well, I guess you do in some ways, because the relationships that people form in here, I mean, there's been many a love story and whatever, and that's reality. Reality is that people do these things in reality, and I suppose if you want to live a second life, you want every part of that within your second life.
Well, yeah. And it's interesting now, like, as the Metaverse concept has, hit a hype wave again, a lot of the wording around it is, well, this is going to be the next generation of social media. This is what's after Facebook and Instagram and so on. But that's kind of the thing is, it is social media, by definition, people are connecting, and people are going to connect sexually.
Yeah.
And they're going to start in an online space. I mean, they do that now in Instagram.
Yeah.
And TikTok, and that's how people kind of end up starting, to date each other.
I know. No one goes out anymore and meets someone. It's all over social media.
Like on Tinder or whatever. So that's a whole other conversation of whether that's a good or bad thing socially. Yeah. But I mean, any social platform and virtual worlds by definition are social is gonna have sex.
Yeah.
The question I have is, does allowing it to be really out in the open help a virtual world? And the answer actually, I think, is very well defined. Having sex kind of out of the open it does hurt the growth of a platform, and that's actually one of the reasons why Second Life hasn't grown. Is it's gotten this reputation as kind of a wild, sexy perv universe.
I know, but it's not. There are areas,
because people see the images and they're like, "Holy shit! It's just all flying dicks everywhere." And it's like, well, no, there's some flying dicks, but you don't have to see the flying dicks. But like, once it's out there, and that kind of permeates the brand, and it's sort of indelible, that's going to be the brand in itself, and so Second Life never recovered from that. It's never really grown outside of 600,000 users, and that's one of the problems. And you look at virtual world metaverse platforms like Roblox and Rec Room and Fortnite, Minecraft even, none of them have sex, at least not you can't have an attachable penis type sex, and they're much larger. It's hundreds of millions as opposed to hundreds of thousands. So there's ways around it. Like I had I'm talking with people at VRChat, like we were talking about. There's definitely sexual content in VRChat, but they have rules around sharing that content as screenshots. In social spaces. So basically it's, you can do whatever you want behind closed doors. Don't share it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm filming here all the houses. We don't see anyone outside doing things, do we? I mean, if they are, they're inside their own space. My camera keeps disappearing into the sea. It's so funny. Oh, gotta love it. I love these things. Yeah.
There are avatars having hot sex everywhere we look if we moved our camera around, but they're doing it behind closed doors.
Exactly, so. Just like humans do in real life.
Exactly. Well, hopefully.
Well,
sometimes
they get arrested when they do it out in the open, don't they? Normally.
So I'd say the answer to the question to that is yes, it's going to be a fact of virtual life.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of kind of keeping it kind of keeping some regulations around it, so
yeah,
it's not always in people's faces if they don't want it.
well, that's why they have, like, you know, terms of service and you know, general land, medium and adult, because you know, you're not going to find anything. I mean, even on medium land, you shouldn't really have people bonking outside in the open. You know, the idea is that you do it behind your doors. You don't go, right. You know. So, well, yeah.
That's been a problem with Second Life's rating system is because, you know, kind of spontaneous penis can happen at any time, anywhere.
Yes.
A lot of people, to avoid getting into trouble, they just set their land as mature.
Yeah.
And so it creates a confusion immediately because people go, oh, so this is a porn land?
No.
And a lot of times owners say, no, I don't want to get in trouble. So I've set it to, you could have X-rated content. So there's a lot of confusion around the rating system. So yeah, I think Second Life has kind of done a bad job.
Do you think?
Has around on a happy medium. It is possible to have a happy medium though.
Yeah.
So it's a recurring issue. I definitely think Mark Zuckerberg is not ready for this hitting him. They had sexual assault happen immediately when they launched, and it's amazing they did not know that. They're like, whoa, we didn't expect this. It's like, this is something that's going to happen immediately. Yeah. And you have to prepare for it.
Yeah.
Especially...
Well, I mean, if you've got legless avatars, then...
yeah. Oh, no, you know. That'll only help you a little bit. You know, people will figure out ways to have sex.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. It's funny, though. I shouldn't laugh at things like that, should I? No.
No, I think you should, actually.
Well, I do. It's terrible, I know. Oh, there's a crossing here. Is this all right? Oh, no.
Let's see. We're almost done. We might totally explode. If the world explodes, then we'll just end the video. But, I think we made it.
Yeah, I think we did. Brilliant.
This is gorgeous. And like I mentioned, we'll have a map of the world on New World Notes and try to put as many links as possible.
Yeah.
To everything we're talking about.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. Yeah, we exploded. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to do this again. But this has been really great.
Oh, I love it. It'll be the most interesting video.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, when you watch it back, you'll see it.
Wow. But thanks, everyone. And yeah, please like and subscribe. And we'll have a new video in a couple weeks. And I'm SL Hamlet on Twitter. Please follow me on Twitter. And what's your social stuff, Isabelle?
Oh, Isabelle Cheren on everything. Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty simple. Yeah. But I'll put all our little links underneath the video in the description, as well as the link to your blog, obviously, because so that they can see the map, you know.
Got the map.
Oh, I just went into the sea again.
We made it.
Oh, yeah. Shall I say? Do you want me to stop us? I could make us go really fast. Hang on. Let me see if I make us go really fast. What happens?
Oh, yeah. We'll do. We'll end in a blaze of glory. I'm gonna die. Holy shit! Oh
Jesus!
It's your
my
body
God.
Your body's kicking to and fro. That's
Oh Jesus! Right. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks everybody.
All right.
Love it.
We'll see you soon.